the focus here in Cuba seems to be, more than most places, living life, making everything they can out of it every minute. You come back here and you get a really special sense that you're really seeing life at work. Yeah.
Jim Richardson is back in town, taking more pictures. There's Charlie Andrews, the town barber. Jim Richardson's been taking pictures of him for 8 years.
Kind of break the soil up some?
Pardon?
Does it kind of break the soil up some?
Oh, yeah.
Hey, come out here and sit down. You! Okay. Sit down there so I can get a few pictures of you while you're at it.
Over at Wes Klima's gas station, Wes and his buddy Emil Makalus are letting another quiet day drift by. They're used to Jim's camera, too.
That's good.
At the Mustang Inn, a gathering place of Cuba, Kansas, some of the high school kids are having a celebration lunch. Tonight, they'll be graduating. And, of course, Jim Richardson will be there.
I didn't know what the hell you were. I heard that. I thought you were speeding or something.
His vocation is staff photographer, the Denver Post. His deepest interest is in the lives of the 300 people of Cuba, Kansas, 150 miles north of Wichita. He has spent years documenting those lives. Jim Richardson grew up not far from here. Of all the small towns he's ever known, he knows Cuba, Kansas best.
I was really surprised. I never expected anything like that when I started coming here.
He's only taken about 30,000 pictures here since 1975 or something like that. So.
Well, I hope there's some good ones.
Oh, yeah.
I don't remember what pictures I've gotten you in. But everybody here seems to have this kind of a blueprint in the back of their minds, not conscious, not something they do every day. They don't get up in the morning and decide that they're going to make a perfect small town. No, it's just something that's almost ingrained in them. It's almost elemental, back of their minds, that this is the way a town ought to be, that it ought to look like this. It ought to be the kind of place where kids can go anywhere they want, and everyone who is around will take care of them. And that's what they want, and so they kind of go about making it up as they go, I guess. Well, I'm not unbiased about this town. I want it to succeed. I want the lives of these people to go on. But I do like them, and I want to show them for exactly what they are, and exactly as good and worthy as they are.
Doc McClaskey was one good and worthy man. Jim Richardson took the pictures when they made Doc McClaskey Man of the Year at the Harvest Festival, took the pictures when they gathered together everyone the doctor had delivered, took the pictures the day they buried Doc. He photographed and wrote about the charm and goodness of a Presbyterian minister who spent 3 years among Cuba's people. This is an essay Jim Richardson put together about the Reverend Karen Cokeless. She took on counseling, both formal and otherwise. Kids sought her out with problems. Should I join the Air Force or should I go to college? Adults poured out their problems. And always there were hospital calls. To Laurie Stranand, whose ankle was recovering nicely, to praying with Art Barton before the operation. Finally, it came time to go to another church, and everybody hated to see her go. There was a going-away dinner, and hundreds came. They named her Super Preach. She got to see her favorite kids graduate and to deliver their benediction, and hug them all before it was time to go. But there was one more wondrous baptism, her favorite ceremony. Touch the child with a rose and water, hold him to the congregation, and proudly announce, "This is Timothy Lee Talkington. He is your brother."
When do you guys make up your mottos? When you're seniors?
Yeah.
I mean, the first year, or when you have to because graduation's coming up? That's what I thought.
High school graduation day in Cuba, another day to record.
Looking right in here into the lens. That's fine, just like that.
Lisa Chisek and her mother were getting ready for the big night. Sean Woolsey got in some chores before dressing up. So did Delton Graves.
That thing that winds it.
If it tore an arm off, and he just bleed to death. If he was out there by himself.
Graduation night. Before marching into the gym, the kids heard that a recent graduate, a young man several of them knew, had been killed that day in a farm accident. Jim Richardson made his photographs.
It's tough to see other people that you do know and like reacting so strongly and not feel it also. But I think they know that I'm here for better or worse, that I'm going to do everything, I'm going to catch all of life about them, and I'm not going to stop because of this. It's tough not to walk away and cry yourself, but you have to do it.
When you hear Jim Richardson talk about the people in Cuba, Kansas, about the children they raised here, you understand why he comes back year after year to record ordinary American lives in such a persistent way.
It's a hard thing to contemplate that the place that they've built, that they want to have for their kids, is not the future they hope for their kids. I mean, they're cognizant, they know what the economy is like there, they know what the future of their children will be here in many cases. And I think it is tough because here they are working their hearts out to build a place that they want their children to be proud of, and then when they grow up, very often they decide that they really shouldn't stay here, they should go on someplace else. But at least they know what the trade is, they know what they're sacrificing, and they know what the rewards are too. You know, even if they move away and Cuba's blown away in the wind, they've still got that background that they grew up in a place where people were concerned and wanted them to do well.